приветик. Продолжим. Продолжим. Загрузка.
What do you know about this place?
This place is nothing special.
There's something malevolent in the air.
Something evil.
Something you can't fight.
Something he can't
Spirits, or the hidden folk nobody knows.
The hidden folk will help us.
Those
It
that
is
make it out,
It could be something worse.
they come back. Changed.
Changed how? What does that mean?
Changed how?
Идем и изменимся.
Fearful.
О,
Scattered.
грибочки.
Like they left something behind.
They left their souls behind.
Don't lose your soul, Senua.
Может, грибов объедимся? Смотри, сколько тут. Косой коси. Лесной массив.
You don't know what's in here.
I can feel their fear. You've been here before.
The night forest.
A haunted place.
You know what to do.
There is no way through.
We have to go back.
Wait.
You can find a path where they come out.
Look for it.
I can feel something watching.
What is it?
Where? I don't like the sound of this.
You can't feel it. Why?
I feel it too. Have a weapon to hand.
Weapons will not help you here.
Your sword is no good.
Keep steady. Try not to jump at shadows.
What do you know of shadows?
We know.
Here.
Свинушки. Или маслята. По-моему, свинушки.
You found a way through.
Yes. Will they follow?
Do you hear that?
What?
Something is following
What does
us.
she hear?
Just alongside. Listen.
I think I can hear it.
I don't like it.
This place is not quiet.
Not calm.
Noises everywhere.
Everywhere.
Так, ну чё, опять тупо куда-то идем. Красивые картинки смотрим. В целом каменистый пейзаж с лишайником
Listen.
немножко подзаёб.
Why can't I see it? Wait. There. Above us. What is that?
Do you see it, Senua?
I think it's a river you hear.
Let's keep going.
Astrida is scared.
Why isn't Senua?
We passed this way before.
This place is shifting.
We're going in circles.
Changing.
So confusing.
Косточка.
How?
Circles.
This way's blocked. We'll have to find another. Fargama. Where are you?
I trusted you.
You brought them here, and now you let them get taken?
How could you?
It's your fault.
Alciter.
She didn't want to come here with you.
You made her.
Now you have to find her.
I can't find you.
She's gone.
Gone forever.
She's dead because of you.
Dead.
Did they turn back, or
Augusta.
he's gone too? They're all gone.
Where are you?
You brought them here.
Смотри, опять они все исчезли. И все стало сиреневенькое. И опять начались вьетнамские глюки.
You brought them here. Now they are lost,
You brought them here to die. Don't listen to him. They followed you.
doomed to die alone in darkness,
Stay strong.
or crawl out, cowering, witless shadows.
Here's the shadow.
You'll bring death with you, Senua.
He will follow you.
Ха ха
I'm
ха.
here to die.
Slice and dice. Что-то опять куда-то прибежал, хрен просышь. Снег, кажется, пошел, глянь. Или это пепел Сайлент Хилла. По-моему, я на второй круг пошел, не?
They followed you. They trusted you.
You shouldn't have.
You led them to their
How
death.
could you? You can't find them.
She can.
She might find them.
Keep looking. You might save them.
They're all dead.
Alstetter!
Who's that?
A figure.
Someone there. Astrida is alive.
She's safe.
You have to help her.
You called her.
Alstetter!
Can't see you.
Why can't she see you?
Senua, is that you?
She's terrified.
So lost.
I thought I'd lost you.
Lost in the
I'm
dark.
here. Where are the others? I don't know. I turned around and you were all gone.
She's
What is
terrified.
happening? There are voices at the edge of hearing and movement all around.
You understand this?
Figures.
Там какой-то хрен.
You know what that's like.
Вон он, вон
I
он.
see them in the trees, but when I look again, there's nothing there.
You can help her.
Her fear. It makes her see what isn't there.
None of this will hurt you. Don't let it rule your mind.
That's it.
I can fight things I can see.
Yes.
Things that bleed when struck with a spear. I'm lost here.
She has changed.
I know how you feel.
We know.
Believe me.
We understand.
But we have to keep going.
Understand.
Stay strong, Astrida.
I will get you through this.
She can help her. You
Yes.
can help her.
Yes.
You can get her out of here.
Follow her.
People say this place burrows into your mind and finds your fears, then torments you with them. I only half believed.
She knows what it's like.
We know what that's like. This place is
This path
preying
takes
on
me back into the woods.
Darkest fears.
I don't want to be alone here.
Follow the river upstream. I'll find my way across to you, I promise.
You have to.
Can you make promises, Senua?
Promises you can't keep.
Can you keep your promise?
What if you never see her again?
What if you never see her again?
Lost forever.
Who's there?
A figure. Vagrima.
Is it
Who is it?
so dark now?
Misty.
Misty.
Fog everywhere. It's him.
Fargrimma.
Senua? Senua, is that you?
Lost. He is different, changed.
There's a fog around me,
Yes.
before my eyes,
He can't see.
inside my head.
He has lost himself.
Lost himself to the darkness.
He can't stay here.
I
Slipping away.
try to have faith,
You need more than faith.
to keep them from falling apart. But there's something dark in this place,
Darkness.
He sees it.
moving through it. Rotten and tainted.
His own darkness.
Help him.
Help him.
You are Fargrimma. Wondrous mask.
Yes, tell
Who
him.
can find his way anywhere. Can see the light in anything.
He saw the light in you.
He saw it.
And it grows dark now. And I cannot see the way.
Help him.
He helped you.
I'm lost here.
You were lost and he helped you.
Follow the sound of the river. I will find you.
He is fading.
You have to get him out of here.
He is not strong enough.
He doesn't have long.
He always knows what to do.
And now he's lost.
Lost forever.
Doubting
Blinded.
in this place.
She did this to him.
This place did this to him.
Don't run away.
Where is the
You
rest?
want to keep them safe.
Don't listen to him.
See how they mill around. Lost lambs, so afraid, blind,
You could still save them.
alone. You'd do anything to keep them safe, wouldn't you?
This is your darkness speaking.
But you can't save everyone, Senua.
Maybe she can.
Sometimes there are choices to be made.
Which one are you going to save?
What will you choose?
Блин, кого бы выбрать? Не знаю. Тут нужно выбрать, кого из них спасти. Чувака или чувиху. Этот был с нами с самого начала, которого мы спасли от столба. А бабища, которая там вся деревня вымерла нахер. Давай мужика. Все.
Senua?
I'm here.
Him.
Может попозже и ту спасем,
We have to
хрен
find
его
the
знает.
others. Come with me.
Why?
Yes. Yes.
Так, ну что, он идет там за мной, этот пенек.
We'll
He's
find
not
them.
much of a fighter.
Focus.
About Astrida.
Without you, she will be facing her demons on her own.
Demons she cannot fight.
Who's there? Don't come any closer. I'll sit there.
There.
It's me.
So lost.
О, Астрид.
Help her.
Senua? Senua, I thought I'd lost you. I looked for so long. I thought you'd left me behind. I wouldn't do that.
Так я так и сделал.
Come on, let's go. Stay close.
Куда нам идти? Да?
Find the others and find your path again, Senua.
Может здесь что интересное?
Where's Thorgester?
I thought I saw him. He was following me, sword drawn.
That wasn't him.
Thorgester, where is he?
Thorgester.
Вот, сважный маленький Торгестер. А, вот он.
He's changed.
Different now.
His eyes are red.
Has he been crying?
Something has happened here. What's happened?
What happened to you?
Something terrible.
I think I saw
What did he see?
Something changed him.
something I had to do.
What was it?
What did he have to do?
I didn't want to do it. He forced my hand.
Who?
Something terrible.
Who?
A vision.
No. It's nothing. Just tricks.
Is it real?
Nothing is ever nothing.
Let's leave this place.
Get out now.
His past haunts him.
Get them out of here.
Yes, get them out of here.
Итак,
Up here.
абсолютно бесполезная локация. Что-то побегали по туману, послушали какую-то ересь. Ну, пополам с чушью.
Drown them in their fears. Let the forest lay them bare and scour their minds. She knows that deep excoriation. The fear
Ей известна эта мука.
the end of. And yet, they made it through. She found them. They are safe. Safe to keep on walking, fight her corner, share the weight. But who is changed and who is not? Do they look at
Ничего
her
не
and
происходит, ничего не происходит.
they follow still? No blame, no striking out in hate. But their minds are shuttered tight and closed off to her eyes. What did Thorgester see, so dark he cannot speak? And Astrida, her primal pain. Fear like that will shake you. The wanderer, always so sure, has a certainty been lost. There's no time now to question or look back. Choice is made.
Типа дальше будет игра развиваться от того, что я... Кого я выбрал здесь. Choice has made. Is made, точнее. Так, это какой-то другой великан, да? Какой?
We're not far now. We can see it from here.
There. Borgerverki.
All the signs she followed have led her here. Finally, so close to the heart of darkness. The root of the fetid flower whose stench she tracked across the sea. A fortress she must break, not with sword and spear, but open eyes and strength of will. Bodies.
Висят.
Are they still? Yes. They're still alive.
You can feel it.
How could they? Suffering. Look,
They are for the giants.
sacrifices.
Monsters.
Monsters, how can they?
What is that?
Make it stop, Senua.
That is
You have to.
where we sacrifice the offerings.
Monster.
People. Thorgester.
Yes.
People.
It's where you sacrifice people.
People.
It's where you tie them up and watch them die.
Slowly release them.
We have to rescue them.
Go inside. I'll tell my father, and he will cut them down.
Light is fading fast.
Just leave them.
They're suffering.
You can't.
You can't.
Ástríður, Fagrima, can you please cut them down?
So much
Who's
suffering.
going in?
Bjark know you. And Ástríður. And I don't like you. I don't want to start anything before I've spoken to my father.
You don't know yet, Senua.
Okay. Just me and Thorgester then.
Tell him.
Rescue the people and keep them safe.
We will.
Yes.
We'll come back.
But wait until we are inside.
Are you really going to just walk in? They will kill her for sure. She has to. Thorgester will tell them. You trust him? Look what his father does. Look what her father did. They are not their fathers. She is different. We are different. He is different too.
Круто, люблю, когда вот так вот ни хера не делаешь, и тебе достижение.
Crossed an ocean, left one world and found another. All the blood, all the fire, everything she's seen carried on a hidden tide. This is the end, the point where light vanishes. And yet it is a pale and quiet place. Hush. Can this be the place she fought so hard to find?
Something is wrong with him. Something's not right. He is frightened.
You're worried.
I wasn't supposed to come back
He
empty-handed.
would have dragged you here in chains, Senua.
But all's well. He'll forget about that when he hears what we have to tell him.
But has he changed? I don't trust anything he's saying. He wants to change. Does he?
They've spotted us. Will they want to chain me up again?
I won't let that happen.
Maybe the Biag will tell him.
It's me!
And then
Thorgester!
too.
Trust me. However it might seem,
There's no turning back now.
I'm with you.
It's what he wants to believe that is the truth. It's up to him, Senua. Is he strong enough?
Gods.
Are you strong enough?
Отважный маленький Торгестер.
Me. Dead. I would see you dead first, often.
He plays their game. He talks their talk.
It is good to see you, my friend.
She's with me.
The others.
You are safe with him. He is welcomed here.
We're returning from ill.
Stay close.
3 days of clear
Will
skies.
you trust him? Do you trust the others?
Approaching another new cure.
Devastation everywhere. Who knows if they will listen to him?
Spy.
All she has lost,
Swear it
and
was
all she has to
storm
lose.
I have ever seen.
They hear. All the names she carries on her heart. She remembers.
South wind so strong.
This is the last sign.
His father's influence is strong. Your father's influence was strong. But he is not his father. You are not your father. You know what it's like to have a father like his.
Что-то про
You could
отцов
show him
пошло.
the way. There is nothing you can do. Even if he wants to have changed. Is it possible? You can help him. But can he help himself?
Рыбки.
You have to stay with
О,
him
все
when
правильно,
he
скумбрия сразу
There's
золотистая.
no turning back now. But are you really ready to meet this kind of evil? This kind of monster? Your purpose. Are you ready, Senua? No. She has to be.
If they have not returned,
Who is this?
Я бы сейчас захавал бы скумбрию, конечно.
Lost. He does not look like a slave.
he wants to join us. I bring news.
Join us, come with us, join us.
Everything.
Circled round in red, a bloody barrier against the night, a wall to shield you from the savagery. But the true darkness is inside, not out. It always is.
You know what's coming. His father.
Большой дом.
The one who clouds her mind is here, just as she knew he would be. Some things don't change. There's always one who will seize the reins, see a field of pain and reap it, ripe blood and bitter tears. Her father, his father.
Look at him.
Лысики.
His throne. Worshipping himself.
Thorgester, my boy,
Оркестр.
you've returned.
The goatee. It makes my skin crawl. This isn't going to
Такой уродец.
When we did not hear from you, I fear the worst.
He does not care for his son.
How was your raid? Where are the slaves you brought?
Dead, all the lost
We hit a
ones
storm
dead.
coming into land. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize.
But Father, we found something more important.
Let's see if this man can listen.
I doubt it.
Something important, you say? A souvenir from your travels.
Calls us a
Father,
souvenir.
listen. The giants, they can be killed.
I can kill them. We can kill them.
This woman Senua, she knows how.
He won't believe you.
Give him a chance.
Look in his eyes.
Да, чувак, мы уже двоих уконтрапупили.
A souvenir that kills giants.
He doubts.
The giants cannot be killed. No more than gods can.
I've seen it with my own eyes. Seen 2 giants turned to stone.
He doesn't believe.
I can kill them. And I could kill you. We could kill you.
This is nonsense, Thorgester. And dangerously close to Gothgau.
You should kill him.
You cannot defy the giants. I alone know how to keep them at bay. Do not turn your back on me.
You must. He must.
He has caused
You
so
are a
much
simpleton.
He needs the giants to give him power. He uses the giants to control people. Thorgester. Make Thorgester understand.
He needs to understand.
There will be no swaying him. I have known men like him.
Listen to her.
Theirs must be the only voice. This is his chance to change.
I will convince him.
No, he is weak.
He wants to fight. He just needs to believe
Давайте
it
мы
is
их
possible.
зарубим.
He loves his father.
Thorgester.
She is a liar.
Should never have trusted him.
And you an idiot.
Senua.
This is some trick to overthrow us and destroy all we have built.
Stay calm.
You will watch beside me tonight as the giant takes his tribute.
You get out.
See how indomitable, how terrifying it
There will
is.
be no tribute.
See how there is no chance in hell you could defeat it.
We have defeated them.
And see how I turn it aside. How I control it through my
death, he is
sacrifice.
She has nothing now.
How it leaves us in peace.
Peace for who?
He will kill her.
Peace.
See
Поп.
how I have saved my people.
Never have come here.
There are no people waiting down there. What will happen when he
О, тщеславный засранец.
Follow me!
Thorgester, stop him. Stop. Why doesn't he do something?
He is weak. You should never
He
have
said
trusted
he
him.
was with us.
The sacrifices are gone! Free! There's no one there.
Now!
The giant. It's come.
Так,
Cut down to the gate.
я передумал. Ой, больно же. Теперь ты будешь убивать великана.
Light fades, Senua.
Make you strong.
You will die here,
Rage them.
and nothing will have changed.
Yourself. Don't fight. Do it for them. Find the moment.
Нормас вообще.
So strong. They enjoy killing.
Better than that. We will finish them.
Сдохни, чертов викинг. О, топорман. О, по жопе мне дал. О, по башке. Как в моей версии Age of Empires было. Axemen.
The giant is coming.
I know. The slaves. They're safe.
What happened?
The Gothi wouldn't listen. Told you. He knows we freed to
Куда они их
sacrifice
спрятали?
us. He wants to offer me instead.
Thorgester.
He was weak. I don't know.
I knew we couldn't trust him.
Yes, she is
Where's
right.
the Guardi? We kill him. Now.
Wait!
End this.
Senua, we need to kill the giant right here, right now, in front of the Björk. Show them the truth, just like you showed Thorgestur.
They'll never learn. All they understand is death. We need to end this so we can be free.
She's right. Again.
Kill the Guardi.
What are you going to do, Senua? What?
Senua?
Fagram. I don't know.
She can't. She doesn't know his name. Thorgestur.
Come on.
He needs you.
Maybe it's a trick.
A trap. To lure you in and then kill us. Kill us.
Нам нужно узнать, что за великан, чтобы надавить на его слабое место. Ну, его имя хотя бы нужно узнать.
Be careful. This is some kind of trick.
She is not listening.
Надо к этим мнимым понарошкам, к камышовому народу обратиться.
I don't know its name. I don't understand.
Они нам расскажут.
I can't fight it yet. I need time.
Сами как хотите, разбирайтесь. Давайте вызовем милицию и все. ОМОН там они разберутся.
She sees them fighting inside. You have to stop this. Keep the giant. It was a trap. Get ready. Remember what you fight for. Don't show weakness. Captain Astrid and Falcon.
Леонид, удар таким топором, она бы отключилась навсегда, мне кажется.
And your blood will give us another day of peace and safety. You hear that, woman? Hear him coming? The most glorious of them all. The tyrant. The king. We have an understanding here. An unspoken connection. I give him blood, and he gives me power.
Ща мы его в камень.
No! You question me? You have lived through this with me, seen all I have seen, and you question me? I am the only one who knows what to do in this new world. The only one. Do you hear me? This ends now. You fall into life like the others, or you will die.
Мы снова с камышовым народом.
When the darkness came to this land, when the fire spilled from the mountain and the ash blotted out the sun, it wasn't the end. People starved and suffered. Homes were destroyed and leaders fell. The ties of friendship loosened, and each one fought for their own. But in this sea of chaos, one rock stood firm. He said, I know what to do. Follow me, and I will save you. He meant it. Wanted to keep them safe. His people. Then he saw that fear made the people turn to him. They trusted him, obeyed him, raised him above the others. Their fear made him strong. And as the land healed and the people healed, their fear ebbed, and he saw them start to turn away, to think for themselves, to choose their own path. And he felt his own strength ebb and turn.
И сотворил какую-нибудь дичь.
To that strength, to hold his place in their hearts, their wills. So he made the giants, brought them forth from the shaking earth, the roaring sea, the blinding snow, brought them into being. And the people who trusted him and obeyed him, they saw them too, and saw they had more to fear. He knew he held the key. Make them fear. And you can make them do anything. Make them hate. Make them punish the weak. Make them turn against one another, each on each.
Он навалял своему сыну. Ему надо дать той скумбрии, и он вылечится.
Hold him, Senua. He chose you, Senua.
Hold him.
So brave.
I am going to kill him.
We will kill him.
There's always someone ready to take his place. You told me that yourself. Might have been me, if I had never met you. You have to show them a different way. You have to redeem them.
How do I stop this?
You came to stop the sacrifices. Kill the giant.
Мочи великана.
My father's name
One name.
is only fear.
Типа он и есть великан.
End this. End this, Senua.
They are right. Such as this, my son, safe from it. I am the only one who can control the giants. Are you starting to see my power now? You can't give Someone's dead, Senua. For what? Just for you to get to.
I will shine a light on your lies, and they will see the truth. There are no giants, it's just you.
Коси.
Something is changing. It's changing, can you feel it? All he has created. All of these.
You're a monster.
The shadows. Darkness. Breaking into pieces. You can see it. Hear it. His people are turning against him.
They're not all turning against him.
Now fused. Scared.
Oh, stop
They
this.
look to you.
Tyrant.
You can show them the truth, Senua. Show them what he really is.
The world that he created.
The world you destroyed. Show them his lies. He is just like your father. Terrible. Just like your father. You know that truth.
Do you really want the truth? Each person who follows you bear their weight on your back. Soon you will do anything to protect them, no matter what pain you inflict on others. And then
Нападай ему.
their belief makes you strong,
Ничем удобнее было бы.
and you will want to hold on to that strength no matter what.
Пытается схватить ее за хичку. Бей, бей, бей. Destroy. Да давай, куда нажать, чтобы она толбанула?
Do you see how they cling to you, pleading?
Точно, стань сама великаном и всех разнеси нахуй.
How their hands drag you down. You are everything. What would you do to keep them from harm?
Посадите его на 15 суток.
For the truth.
И он будет жестоко наказан. Выйдет, перевоспитается сразу. Давай, бамс.
I choose how to end this.
Передавайте его в прокуратуру.
All the questions answered. Truth burning bright to scour away the darkness. Shadows of horror and hate writ large on the sky. Phantoms made from fear. Darkness outside makes darkness inside. She sees it. But the darkness is inside her too. Because she loves, even after everything. She loves. And if she loves, what will she do to save that love, to keep that promise? All the lost ones, when they find her, what will she do to protect them? All those names, all those lives. What will she do to hold them? Wisdom has a price. She is her mother's child. But she is also her father's.
I see it now. The darkness is inside me. But not the way I thought. Yes, feel it.
Yes, you can see it, can't you?
It is his darkness. Not hers. And it carves a path for me.
Blood in your bones.
But I can't see where it leads. Haunting you forever. Part of me wants to let go of the fear. Let go of my shadows. And be free. No more pain. No more doubt. Honored. Loved.
Кто-то ее еще раскрасил.
Always true. Always right. Because they tell me so. Keeping them safe. Keeping their belief alive. No matter the cost. Is this my fate? Can I choose my way?
Что там надо выбрать? Там что-то про рассказчиков было написано. Рейк Пиньяту, Фрейспук, Хуй Проциш, Скрыт камышовый народ, Бородавочник, Бородавочники. Можно выбирать какие-то еще же игры, не? Или просто по главам пройтись? А, вот, может, бонусы. The Story of Far мы уже смотрели. Ну-ка, про психоз посмотрим. А, это с Sacrifice. А, спойлеры. Это мы уже играли, у меня даже там...
Senua finds a unique courage to keep pushing forward in her quest, no matter what. She sees the world differently to those around her and faces challenges others would avoid. When driven so strongly by one powerful purpose, she will do anything to rid the world of the darkness. This is her life's mission, and she will not stop until she fulfills her quest.
А почему она
My name is
кельтка,
Eddie,
а идет
and I have
к
lived with
Норвегу?
psychosis for most of my life. To me, psychosis means living in a different reality.
Это
Reality
в носу кольцо, как у
shared
быков, чтобы когда психоз,
with
берешь
other
его за
people.
нос и об пол. Дыщ.
Often living with psychosis is dark and miserable. While experiencing psychosis, I've got to hear the voice of God, the opposite, seen and spoken with angels, and been to hell
Короче, выбор там,
itself.
походу, ни на что не влияет.
Recovery
Чисто так,
college
для
and peer
прикола.
support really did turn my life around. I thought I would never get better, and yet here I am.
Ниндзя Теория это же студия, которая делала, я думал, это название главы. Обалдеть.
The things that Senua experiences in Hellblade are very similar to some of my own
Это мега-сфинктер из Дюк Нюкема.
She lives in a reality that other people
Первая часть была сделана,
might
конечно,
find
про
hard to
шизофреничку,
understand.
которая держалась в
She
общей конве
sees
скандинавской и частично кельтской
significance
мифологии
in symbols
и
in
к
meeting
чему-то
people.
стремилась, там пыталась своего
In
мертвого жениха оживить.
all sorts
То
of
здесь
things
это
that
что-то,
happen
походу,
around her.
личные комплексы вот этого мужика,
Senua is
зашитые в эту актрису,
experiencing an altered state of reality
с
which would be very
налетом
hard
какой-то
to understand
драматургии
without
невнятной.
having experienced it yourself or playing Hellblade.
Lost souls fought through hell to find us.
You were lost.
Были там моменты, которые,
Are you ready for what
казалось
you
бы,
will find
сейчас
here?
улучшат игру,
It's
но не
difficult
все.
saying that it's
Тонули.
an illness, that it's not real. Of course, to me, it is. And of course, to Senua, it is. And that's what's driving her to do these amazing feats of courage, to overcome pain
У него
and
на пиджаке
exhaustion.
значок загрузки из
To
первой
do
части Senua.
She knows she must.
All the rage.
All the fear,
Everything I've seen, everything I've done, has led me to this place.
We've come so far, not far enough. Say it. You are ready. Tell them.
In Senua's saga Hellblade II, we tell the second part of the story of Senua, a Celtic warrior who, like Eddie, has experiences of psychosis, seeing the world in a unique way and existing in a reality unshared by others. At a surface level, this manifests for Senua in seeing things that others don't, hearing things that others don't, and having unique beliefs about the world.
Don't. Don't.
My name's Paul Fletcher, I'm a psychiatrist and a professor of neuroscience at the University of Cambridge, and I've been working with the Ninja Theory team on Hellblade and other projects for several years now. I am a clinical doctor, but have also added research and teaching to my role. And in all three areas, I'm especially interested in the human brain and how it strives to make sense of the world, which is complex and changing all the time.
The lake, like a mirror. You can see the
Senua, like many people, experiences psychosis. Now, psychosis is not a diagnosis, although it is associated with a number of medical and psychiatric conditions. But ultimately, it's a loose description of a shift in one's experience of reality.
What are you doing?
Screams of the dead.
There's something here.
They are not.
I need to find out what it is.
They are.
A person with psychosis might experience changes in their perceptions and their beliefs. For example, they might see or hear things that other people can't. And they might come to believe things that are quite uncharacteristic for them. For example, they might feel that somebody, perhaps somebody even very close to them, is intent on trying to harm them. Now, it's very important to remember that this is not just a vague feeling or an imagination. To the person, it feels like their reality, just as everything around me feels like my reality to me. I, like many people, feel that in order to even begin to understand psychosis, we have to start with thinking about how the brain works in general, how it makes sense of the world around it. And when we do that, we're repeatedly confronted with evidence that actually it doesn't just rely on the evidence of our senses, but it actually relies on what it already knows, on its predictions, its anticipations, and its expectations.
Your voices.
Now that might seem like a defect. After all, why would we want to rely on what we already know rather than what the world is telling us? But if we did act simply as passive receivers, we would be completely swamped. We'd be like a newborn infant trying to make sense of the colours and shapes without any way of having a framework to try and understand those colours and shapes. Our senses are bombarded with information from the world that's rapid, it's intensive, it is noisy, ambiguous, unreliable. And if we were to try and make sense of that without imposing patterns and expectations, then it would be like trying to assemble a multi-dimensional jigsaw without knowing what the picture was on the box. Many of us think that the brain ultimately is an organ that makes predictions. It craves patterns and associations in order to make sense of the world. And without that, we are confronted with a feeling of uncertainty, of anxiety, of distress, even of fear.
They're calling. Something is drawing back.
Where do these predictions come from? Many of them are actually embedded in the structure of our brain, probably wired there by evolution. Many of them come from our earliest experiences as babies, trying to make sense of this new world that we're born into. They come from our early childhood experiences, from what we learn from others and how we interact with others, from our parents, our teachers, our friends.
Ну да, он еще графон чуть-чуть другой. О, ядрен батон. Даже матом ругаться не хочется.
We all have a feeling that we're directly in contact with an objective reality, but it's probably the case that what we experience as our constructed model of the world is a blend of the evidence of our senses, but also what we are predicting or expecting from the world. So this blend exists in a very fine and delicate balance, and the weighting of that balance probably varies a great deal across different individuals. But crucially, this balance is what determines how we experience and interpret and act upon the world. And some of them are embedded in shared experiences with others, our society, our culture, our arts, even our religions and our mythologies. So for the most part, this works very well for us and enables us to make sense of the world, but it's also, being a delicate balance, it can be shifted, and it's very easy, even under the most normal day-to-day circumstances, to deviate from objective reality. A good example of this is the hollow mask illusion. All of us are familiar with a mask. We know that it depicts a face and that the inside is hollow. But when we see the mask rotating round and we see the hollow side, there is a deeper prediction, probably embedded in our brain, that facial features tend not to be hollow, that they stick out. And this deeper prediction can override our knowledge that the mask is hollow and make us actually perceive the face as sticking out at us. Despite what we know, the deeper predictions will override this. So for me and many in my field, perceptual illusions like this, which are very common, are really interesting because they tell us something fundamentally about how the brain is making sense of reality using its predictions. But more than that, for me, it's very interesting because it begins to give us a sense of how psychosis might begin to emerge. Psychosis is this experience of an altered internal construction of one's reality. And it seems feasible that this is dependent upon this balance I've talked about between predictions and evidence. And it is probably the case that some people tend to weight their predictions more heavily. This, in many circumstances, is advantageous because it means that they can discern patterns and associations that perhaps other people can't. But if that balance was shifted further by different circumstances, then it may well be that they begin to construct a reality that doesn't accord with the world around them. What might cause that shift? Well, a number of things. It could be caused by stress, sleep deprivation. It could be caused by illness, neurochemical disturbances. It's also the case that our experience will change how we predict things. So a very profound experience, for example, of trauma, could powerfully change the way in which we make predictions about the world and shift us from this delicate balance into a state of psychosis. In the case of Senua, we know that from an early age she was able to discern patterns and associations that perhaps other people couldn't. And on top of that, her childhood and adolescence had a number of traumas in it. Her father was abusive and he accused her of being the cause of evil and darkness. Her mother, who had the same capabilities as she did, was actually sacrificed for the same reason. And in addition, her village was attacked by Vikings and her lover was brutally killed. And it's possible that all of these traumas would act on her natural tendencies to topple her into this psychotic experience that is depicted in Hellblade.
With every defeat, the dark rot will grow and soon it will take her soul.
In Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice, we find Senua discovering and understanding her experiences. They're relatively new to her, and the pain and torment feels at its most acute. Having travelled to a new place, with a mind full of her trauma and truth stories of the Vikings, she embarks on a journey of coming to terms with what has happened in her life. Ultimately, rather than finding the unachievable certainty of rescuing Dillion, she achieves certainty in the realization that Dillion is gone forever. She learns to accept his death, and in turn, her experiences of psychosis.
Even in darkness, the wonder and the beauty of this world never leaves us. It is always there, waiting to...
In Senua's saga, we find Senua at a different place on her physical and mental journey. Empowered with the sense that she has overcome her own darkness, she's now compelled to follow a new quest, to save her people from that same darkness.
You smell their fear.
No death.
He's here. Death is coming.
Look at the bones.
Death is coming.
Look at the bones. That's going to be you. That's going to be
Death.
everyone.
In Sacrifice, Senua's psychosis is acute and all-consuming. She is preoccupied and absorbed by her experiences. To some extent, she is enveloped and enslaved by the darkness. She cannot ignore her voices and visions. She's totally committed to the quest within her altered reality. In Saga, there has been some resolution to this. There's no miracle recovery. She still experiences the voices and visions. She still has a changed reality. But the balance of power has shifted. She is the one who is able to be in control. She's able to resist and challenge the voices. She's able to make decisions that much more clearly reflect her own goals.
They see through your lies, and I will show them how to see as I do. I will not appease your gods. I will destroy them.
And in addition, in Saga, she is able to encompass the reality of others. She sees them for the constructions that they are, and she is able to interact with them. And I think that's a very powerful change and a very important area to explore.
They have lost everything.
In Saga, we've had the opportunity to explore the next phase of Senua's mental health journey. One where she's come to a place of understanding, but where she and us as creators have new challenges to overcome. Where Senua's belief system will clash with that of others. Her experiences will play out in the presence of people who don't share her perspective. And where she feels a new sense of power in being chosen for the quest, but also a new weakness, bowing underneath the weight of responsibility that sits on her shoulders.
In Saga, we have once again utilized binaural audio to bring Senua's voices to life. Her furies still travel with her, but their tone has changed this time. She continues to be haunted by her father, and she starts to feel the audio presence of Icelandic myth infecting her mind.
That scream, that voice. Something dark, Senua.
You need to go up there.
Don't let them see you coming.
You need to find out.
Don't let the monsters find you.
You can do this, Senua.
To hear the world as Senua does, we spend time with people with lived experiences of psychosis, and also with Paul Fletcher. This made a strong basis of what it is to hear voices, what they say, how they sound, how they change or react to external stimulus. And this paired with all we learned from the first game, Hellblade Senua Sacrifice, led us to create Senua's own sonic version of reality. To me, it's a privilege to sit in a room to play our game, and as we progress, hear their comments, thoughts and suggestions. Each one provides a different perspective, and I find especially inspiring and humbling to hear from Eddie his own experiences. Especially, I find he has a way of putting very complex emotions, situations, in a very simple yet poetic way, and it's really inspiring for me when I'm thinking in Senua's journey. We use binaural audio to bring 3D space in the headphones. This allows to experience the voice hearing and other sounds with a physical sense. Also extremely important is the performance of the voices, and for that we have been collaborating with Helen and Abby, our Furies. They are the most prominent voices of Senua. The way we perform is important as well, allowing for freedom, movement, creative input from Helen and Abby, and also important to have with them conversation and spend time talking about the journey of our character.
Нет, телефон, headphones.
There is a lot of time gone into experimentation, so every sound in the game is connected in some way with the emotion that Senua is experiencing as she travels through Iceland, from the sounds of the nature to some of the musical moments.
What's a sign?
Beyond of its uniqueness or not, I find that for me, something extremely important is to create a connection beyond the game. So in understanding Senua's own reality and going on a journey with her, I hope our players will understand better how people experience reality different, and in doing so, I feel we break those walls that keep us distant and lonely.
My brothers used to come here to practice fighting. Sneak out. Follow them.
For Saga, in order to bring Senua's experiences of hallucinations to life, it was very important for us to listen to people's real lived experiences. It was then a case of thinking about how Senua's world and reality might look when faced with these types of examples. This would have been impossible without Paul Fletcher and amazing people like Eddie and Kathy, who've been so open and honest about what they have been and do go through on a day-to-day basis. I think it takes real strength to be able to talk about such personal things to a new group of people. On the visual side, we have lent into things like repeating fractal geometry shapes, cymatic patterns, with lighting and post-processing changes to all help reflect the current feelings of Senua. And hopefully, when combined with the audio and gameplay, the player will get a sense of what we are aiming to achieve.
Just like before. No, this cannot happen again. You couldn't do anything. We have to stop it happening. Face it. You need to face it. Focus. You need to look at it.
In Sacrifice, we saw a story of Senua's suffering at the hands of her experiences. In Saga, we're telling a more nuanced story of the next step on her journey. One where she has found a greater balance, but where her experiences are just as strong. Where rather than being a victim to her experiences of psychosis, she is driven by them on a path that only she sees.
Bringing sin with you. The gods cannot be killed.
One thing that I find very exciting in Saga is that there's an attempt to explore something that is really neglected in my field, which is the experience of a dual reality that some people have. People who have had Senua's types of experience have spoken to me about this feeling that they have their own reality, but they also recognize the reality that others experience, and it can be very confusing, it can be disorientating. And it's exciting to me that the game contains an explicit attempt to portray this experience of dual realities, and I think it'll be very interesting to see how people respond to that.
It's amazing what has been done and what's been portrayed. I think it's really difficult to turn words into what other people might be seeing, but I think I'm always blown away by what Ninja Theory come up with for their games, and I'm really stunned at the quality of, you know, the things that she sees and the sounds of the voices that she has. I think they're pretty realistic.
She's getting closer.
Yes, she can feel it. I hope that the game will help people who maybe don't understand psychosis or don't know very much about it to start with. I think by experiencing some of what they will do in the game, I think it brings to life a little bit of what it's like to have psychosis, and I think hopefully people will learn from it.
Now I'm working as a peer support worker, and what that means is that in my case, in the job that I have in my role, it means that I go to see my people, to see my peers. We talk about how things have been. The way that Hellblade has captured the experience of psychosis is nothing like I've ever seen before in terms of its realism, in terms of its fairness to people like me.
Да, там для слепых написана музыка. Ну, отлично. Короче, я отключаю. Игра, в которую не хочется играть второй раз. Вот первую, может быть, я бы еще сыграл разок. В эту точно нет. Пока-пока.